In this video I want to show you how to create Windows bootable media, and then I will take you through the whole process of installation. Let's get started. First things first you will need is to obtain a copy of Windows 10. One way how to get it is from Microsoft site, which I will put in the video description, but you will have to buy a license from somewhere to activate it later. The next step is to download free program called Rufus, which is for creating bootable USB drive. Or you can use Windows Media Creation Tool, which is from Microsoft, but I don't recommend using it because Rufus is much more simple, but it is up to you which one you want to use. And also I will not cover installation using Windows Media Creation Tool. Then you will need an USB stick, which is at least 8 GB large, and backup all data from it, because we will need to format it in order to make from it bootable drive. Now if you are using before mentioned program Rufus, just open it up and select your USB from this drop down menu, and then click to this DVD drive looking icon to locate your Windows installation image. Now you can leave everything as is and press start. On better USB 3 or C drives, it takes around 2 minutes to create this installation, but if you are using slower USB 2 or old flash storage device, you will must be patient. Now your USB drive should look like this with some boot, setup or other Windows looking things. Now we can move to another step, which is to copy and backup all files which you want to keep after the reinstallation. Because keep in mind that after you will reinstall Windows, your C drive will be completely formatted and all data will be gone. You need to backup just C drive and everything on the other drives will stay as is. So to make this backup process easier, I made for you this list with directions where are files which you may want to copy. First two directions are program files and program files x86, and inside these two folders are most of the installed programs on your machine. I copied the Rockstar Games folder, which contain Social Club for GTA 5, then Rainmeter, which is program for live widgets on your Windows 10 PC, and inside this folder are presets which I use and don't want to lose them, and Prusa Slicer for 3D printing, which also contains some printing profiles. So find and select everything which can contain something important for you, and what you do now is to copy these files somewhere else to another disk drive. In my case I made reinstall folder on my SSD drive with the letter D, and I will put all these files to this folder, but make sure that your backup drive is not on C drive, because as I said, you will have to delete everything from it. Now inside program files x86 are all 32-bit installed applications, and also if you have Steam, and some games are under Steam folder below. So I saved some screenshots from games because they are not stored on cloud, but you may also want to backup games because downloading it again can take up some time. So we will have card with a link to my already existing tutorial how to backup Steam games if you are interested. Now another folder is called app data. To open it, type into start %appdata% and press enter. Inside this folder is stored for example Minecraft, so copy something from it if you want to. Next is local folder. Again, to open it, type into start %localappdata% and inside this folder are stored almost all game saves. For example, these 2K games contains saves for Mafia 2 or 3 games, Colossal Order is for all workshop or save files for Game City Skylines, then Daisy, Fallout 4, etc. And also you may want to backup your Google Chrome bookmarks. By opening Bookmark Manager and under Organize, you can click to export. Now you can check if something important is inside these 5 folders called Documents, Downloads, Music, Pictures and Videos. And if you have everything backed up, we can move to another step. To enter into Windows installation, you have to plug your before created USB inside your PC, but make sure that your PC is turned off, and try to access into boot menu by turning on your PC and immediately after quickly pressing F12 key in most cases, but it can be also delete key or F1 or F2. If this didn't work for you, open up Google, type into your laptop model or motherboard number with boot menu key and you should find which key is for accessing into boot menu. You are now inside boot menu, so select your bootable USB stick. If you can't select it or it doesn't appear, try using another USB port or use USB 2 port instead of 3, which may be not supported on some older motherboards. Now wait a few seconds until Windows Setup window will appear and select your language and keyboard, then press Next, then accept Terms of Use, and in this step is important to select Custom Windows Installation. And from this menu select the disk or certain disk partition to which you want to install Windows and format it. but triple check that you are selecting right disk drive. The easiest way how to do this is by name or total size or free space of your drive. I know that my SSD is large 256 GB, so the closest drive from this list is drive 1 partition 2. After you format it, click next and wait approximately 10 minutes. Your system will reboot a few times, so that is totally normal, and then Windows is asking you if you want to use Express settings. Never use those unless you want to send everything to Microsoft. So click to these small customize settings, and I like to disable everything, because if you read what they want to from you, for example sending contacts and calendar details to Microsoft, send typing and inking data, sharing location or sending full errors logs to Microsoft, that's really horrible, because they are totally disrupting your privacy. Now I will skip activation because that's up to you, and you can also use free Windows version, but you don't have personalized options and watermark, but otherwise this is totally fine. So finish the installation, enter your username, password, and if you want to, you can directly download updates inside this installation, but I like to do it later, so I press not now. And congratulations, you have totally clean Windows 10. And now it's time to install a lot of stuff like drivers, games, programs, and also very important is to correctly set up everything. So what I like to do is to open up Task Manager and disable Microsoft OneDrive on startup, because I don't use it and it's slowing down boot time. Then I will use Microsoft Edge to download Google Chrome. Maybe you should visit site called Ninite, where you can find almost everything you should need, like internet browser, Skype, Steam, VLC Media Player, Notepad++, WinRAR and much more. All you must do is to select which programs you want to download and then install it. But I will download everything by myself. Next thing you will need is driver for a graphics card if you have one. You can download it from Nvidia or AMD website, and if you don't know which model you have, you can use Autodetect utility program or program called Hardware Info for detailed informations about your PC. But if you are using Nvidia, just download G4 Experience and that will detect your GPU automatically. I then downloaded the OBS for recording, mapped all network drives, and then I started installing all programs which I need. For example Steam, and if you want to know how to install very nice themes, I also have a video on another YouTube channel, so check it out if you want to. Next I set Google Chrome as my default browser, installed Rainmeter with Windows 10 widgets theme. Then I downloaded VLC Media Player, which is my favorite, Fusion 360 for modeling. Then I downloaded utility for activating all Windows Photo Viewer from Windows 7, because I don't like this new one. Then I imported Google Chrome bookmarks, personalized my profile, background and start a bit. And if you will need drivers for your SD card reader on your laptop or Wi-Fi, you can find it on the manufacturer's website, if you type in your model number. Okay guys, that is everything for today. If this video was at least a little bit helpful for you, give it a like, or you can consider subscribing for more videos. If you will need help with something, leave a comment and I will try to do my best. Anyway, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.